Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Courtney and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark and eBay. And today I'm here with a video on my 10 surprising sales on Poshmark in the month of May. So either before this video or after this video, I'll have my 10 surprising sales for eBay, but I recently stopped doing the weekly ones and I thought it would be better for me to just do once a month to share some of the surprising sales with you and split them up for people who maybe are interested in just one platform or the other, or maybe both, and then you have two videos to watch. So if you aren't already subscribed and you are interested in reselling content, please feel free to hit the subscribe button down below. And if you like this video, the thumbs up always means a lot to me. So first up, I'm going to list all of them, tell you what they sold for, what I listed them for, and why they surprised me. So the first one will be a Brighton brown leather bag. This took way too long to sell and it's totally my fault. So I bought two bags from Shop Goodwill 4 or 5 months ago, probably 5 months ago. And I thought I got a pretty decent deal on them. One was a Brighton bag, one was a Fossil bag, both were brown, just great neutrals. And I listed them, but this was before I was adding measurements to everything. And so both bags sat, actually they both recently sold, but both bags sat. And this one in particular, I got question after question, what's the size? Can you add the measurements? And for some reason, every time I opened the app, and this was before they added the way you could, filter by comments. I was doing something and I just forgot to go back and add the measurements. And sure enough, I think it was 3 or 4 times that I was asked for measurements and I kept forgetting. I'm human and I'm a one-man show, and it's easy to miss these things when you have just a regular life going on as well. So finally got around to adding measurements. I think someone finally asked and I was just throwing everything down. I'm gonna add these measurements. And someone gave me an offer of $28. I think at the time I only had it listed for $35. I originally started at $45 and brought it down a couple times. But glad it's gone to a new home. I made a small profit, but just, it's why I add measurements to everything in the first place, because I don't personally care to answer too many questions. So if I can prevent those by adding measurements, I would do so. That's just me. The second item that surprised me was a suit. It was a skirt suit for women, and it was by Brooks Brothers. And I think one of the common questions I get or I see people talking about is, what do they list on Poshmark versus eBay? And I think this is a perfect example of something that if I were to choose one platform or the other, I would have put this on eBay only, but I cross-list everything that can be cross-listed. And this is why. This sold within a few days on Poshmark for $35. It was a yard sale find. I believe my mom found it, and I think it only cost a couple dollars. I had it listed originally at $50, but it was a quick sale. It was an unexpected platform. Poshmark does not have a suit option, so I believe this was listed under skirts. I can't remember, but I think that's what it was. But yeah, I think there are buyers of all types on both platforms, and I will continue to cross-list everything I can. So the third surprising sale was a scarf, and this was maybe a boutique brand. It was called Chakra, and it was a rainbow colored Nuitag scarf. And the reason I picked this up at the bins was I knew June was coming, which means a lot of cities celebrate Pride, and a lot of people are looking for rainbow colored fun accessories or clothing to celebrate, even if they're just out for fun with friends yeah, so I thought I'll put Pride in the title. There were also some flowers, so I put, I think, Hawaiian, like, not aloha. Maybe I put that in there too. But I put a whole bunch of keywords that I thought would be, luau. Like if you were going to a luau, it would be really fun too. So anyways, it sold very quickly. Within a few days, it sold for $20. I had it listed for $25, and yeah, I was just happy with that. The fourth surprising sale is actually 2 pairs of pretty much the same item, which were 2 pairs of Fendi sandals. Now I got these, and I'm sure they were in a very early haul of mine when I found quite a few Fendi items. I think I found 3 or 4 Fendi items in one trip. And these 2 sandals needed some work. And so they sat over in a corner for months because I don't know about you guys, but I definitely sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, Fendi's worth a little bit of work, and these were, but the work of cleaning and getting residue off and all that stuff is just, it's not my favorite thing. So they sat and sat and sat, finally got cleaned up. Actually, my dad helped with the gray ones, which were a little bit more residuey. I don't know. And they both sold within a couple of weeks of each other. One sold, they both were listed for $95. One sold first for $75. I was happy with that. The other sold for $90. And of course I was happy with that. I included a free dust bag, Fendi dust bag with that one, since it was such a great offer. But yeah, they both seemed happy with their purchases, and both were bins finds, and I'm glad that the work was finally done. So the fifth surprising sale of May was also in a recent haul video. It was Sezane was the brand, and it was this beautiful lace top. And when I found it at the bins, the label looked cute. So I looked it up, and sure enough, all the comps were, 50 plus. Definitely a brand that was new to me. And I listed this for $90. I did get an offer right away, within a day, for $65, and I hummed and hawed about it. I don't know if that's actually what I did, but I was thinking it's a little lower considering it's so soon after listing, but I can move this thing that I found at the bins and cost me $1 and change for $65 in a day. So I just decided to accept, because I was happy with the return. I was happy it was going to a new home. She even sent me a note saying she was so excited to get it. And yeah, so that's just a happy sale and a quick one for me. The sixth surprising sale was a J.Crew chambray dress, and the tag said mercantile, and I think my mom found this and thought it was maybe a higher end line of J.Crew. And then I saw someone's haul and they found it, or they were talking about this brand, and they said it was the new tag for the J.Crew factory. And so when I was going to take photos of this, I thought, well, it's a factory piece. Not to say I won't ever pick up a factory, but I rarely pick up the factory pieces. I thought it was cute, but it actually sold pretty quickly within a few weeks, and it sold for full price, which was just $29, which was just surprising. I don't know. And maybe the person didn't know it was the outlet. Like, they were stumped like me. It was a cute dress and it shouldn't really matter too much, but I was just surprised after finding out that it was outlet that it still sold for a good price. So I may pick that brand up or that line up again and try it out again. The seventh surprising sale was a Free People burgundy long sleeve kind of cropped top. It was just shorter. Like, is there a half crop? I don't know. So it was this really beautiful burgundy. I believe it had a V-neck, and this has been listed for 4 months, and it had 12 likes. It had a couple early offers. I think I actually got an offer on this like within a day, and it was really low. It was, $15 or something. I originally had it priced at $40, and I countered with the person, and they ghosted me. But I did bring down the price, I believe, to $32, and someone gave me an offer of $25, and I was happy to accept. It just sat for too long. Free People and Anthropologie is just so hit or miss. Some of it can be great money, some of it just sits and doesn't end up selling for much for me. So I still take chances on those brands because I still enjoy finding them. I still like the styles, but I'm just noticing that it's not as consistent as I would want it to be. So the eighth surprising sale was a dress, and this was by the brand DKNY, Donna Karan, or Donna Karan, New York. So it was black, long sleeve. It had a kind of pleated bottom half, but because it was black and it had that detail, even though I did try a filter to bring out the detail in the dress, it didn't pick up the detail. It's really hard. And I know I've gotten tips on the comment section of what I can do. I'm limited with my photo space. I have a very short wall that I use. I'm not prepared to change where I take photos. I like to have a consistent background. So for now, black is tough, and it may be tough for a while. So this only sold for $10. I originally had it listed for $35, brought it down a couple times. I think it was only at about 20 something, got an offer for $10, and please take it. I think it had been sitting for over 6 months. So I knew the photos weren't great and were never going to be great for me. So it wasn't a loss. It just wasn't a profit either. The ninth surprising sale was an Anthropologie item. These were a pair of shorts from a regular thrift store, and they were Daughters of the Liberation. They were this really fun mustard yellow color, and they kind of had a sailor button style in the front. And these got likes, a lot of likes, and they just got no offers. And I finally got an offer on them for $20. I had them listed at $40. You know, they had been sitting for about 4 to 5 months. I wanted to move them. You know, Anthropologie's in it, you know, like I said previously, it's a hard brand for me. And sometimes I just bite the bullet and take a price just to kind of keep things moving. So made a small profit, and they were super cute. I hope the person loves them. Just a bummer because I thought they would do a little bit better. So, and the last surprising sale on Poshmark was a pair of Patagonia baggy blue men's shorts. The baggies is what they're called. And these were, man, I've sold a women's pair of these baggies shorts, and they sold very quickly within a day. Within hours of listing these blue ones, there's Luna going back outside. She's going to check on lizards running around, but that's my dog if you're new here. So these shorts, within an hour or two of listing them, I got an offer. I listed them at $35. I got an offer for $12. Well, no, I'm not going to take 12 after it's been listed for an hour. And so I countered with 25. And then I got another offer from another person, not a counter offer. And they offered me 15, and I countered at 25. And then a few hours later, I got an offer for 25. I thought it was a counter offer, but sure enough, it was a third person who that was their first offer. And I quickly accepted. And the other two people, I'm sure that they got the little notification we all love, which is this item has been sold to someone else or whatever it says. And I'm just happy that it went to a great new home, reasonable offer, and they sold within hours. So anyways, that's my 10 surprising sales for the month of May on Poshmark. If you enjoy these what sold videos, hit the thumbs up, let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.